Hello, welcome to this week's stock pattern picks. I have a few patterns that are showing the turn pattern and the uptrend pattern. These are as of July 15th, 2024. If you like what you see and you want to follow along, stick with the channel. I may have a Patreon in which I will post same day and before the market opens, so you can follow along right away. Let's see what we have this week. The first one is ticker BWMX. And as you can see, the stock price is lower than its historical pricing. This just means that there's room to grow. There's also a turn pattern developing here from regression analysis. As you can see, that would be really this broad pattern here. As it comes through, it's beginning to turn up. And the idea is that the middle or the median runs around here, and that the stock will probably regress to the median. This is the thought. This is what I'm thinking. That's why I'm interested. So as you look at the pattern in the regression, the math runs it here, putting the middle around here. So there's a little space for it to travel upward. So I'm going to watch that. It's an interesting pattern for sure. The next one is a ticker COUR. And this has a fairly distinct pattern here that you can see. Obviously it's going down and it's turning like this. Again, it's low on its price range. So historically, it's at a low and a turn is developing, and it's on the low channel of the turn, which means there's a lot of room for it to regress back to the middle. So this seems fairly strong. Okay, so I'm going to watch that one. Next, ticker CRESY. So this is more of an uptrend. There is a very broad turn happening here, but it's been going for a while here for sure. So I, in this pattern, am looking at these crests and troughs, right? And how it kind of bounces around in this channel. And it's at the low end here, and will it bounce back? That's the thought. The regression analysis picks up the broad trend and says, hey, it's turning, it's going to travel upwards, and its mean is around here, so it should pop up. You see, it should pop up here if it continues this pattern. Something to watch. So I'm going to keep my eye on this one. The next one's ticker CRI. And this is a less obvious pattern. However, it is at the low end of its price history. It has good volatility, up and down, up and down, up and down. And the regression, the mathematics does yield that there's a turn happening here. It's again a broad term, just like the last one, a broad turn, just like the last ones. So this is what it's picking up. See this kind of subtle shift. So there's potential that it's going to bounce back up into this area here, which is the middle channel right here. And so there's a lot of room for it to bounce back up. So I'm going to watch this one. It could carry a good potential if it bounces up. Okay. The next one is ticker DGZ, and it has a subtle pattern as well, because it almost looks flat when you look at it this way, but the regression does show that there is a turn happening, most likely from this peak here, or actually this peak here. It's picking up this kind of broad turn like this, and so the middle is up in here. And it may turn and bounce up into that middle as it tries to regress to the mean. Again, if nothing else abnormal happens with the stock, it will naturally regress to the mean typically. And that is why this chart is valuable and one that I will watch. Great. So those were the few picks this week. So if you like, keep watching, subscribe and like, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful week ahead.